County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home, the county of
Settles under it. The senior makes the catch. Again, are your class 2A state champions.
The third, and now it's all champions.
Buzzer's gonna sound.
Local athletes and the top sports moments all here at lcsmith.com.
And he's gonna go all the way by Harrison on the double under roll and good for two.
Gonna run a sliding catch.
Down to six. The kick is long enough.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the county of champions.
Settles under it. The senior makes the catch. Perfection. Nishanik again are your class 2A state champions.
Force out the third, and that will do it. Mohawk is your 3A softball champions.
Buzzer's gonna sound. Union repeats as the Class 1A WPIAL champions.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
Sideline getting by one defender, and he's gonna go all the way by Harrison. Harrison on the ground finds Blundo. Blundo rolls it in, up and good for two.
Shallow right field, giving a run, a sliding catch made.
Down to 6 on the play clock. Here's the snap in the hold. The kick is up. The kick is long enough. It is good. That's fly ball deep right field. Get out of here.
Hope running for his life. Throws it up for grab. There's a man open.
Touchdown.
No way!
Ripped away from him, right back to Stanley from the seat of his pants, and he throws it off the window and in.
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Coming to you live from Westminster College for the bottom half of the third inning here today on Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT. Myself, Tyler Aaron, alongside Garrett Dolan here with me today. on a very hot evening here at Westminster College. Apologies for getting on air late. We've came across a whole bunch of technical issues, but hopefully it's all set aside and well done. But for now, it is a 2-0 ball game right now. The Creekside Crocodiles scored both of their runs back in the top half of the first inning, thanks to a hit by a pitch to Caleb Jones. Cody Carver and Logan Boyd walked. Then Evan Tice brought in an RBI 2-run single to make it a 2-0 game here in this one. So far, through 2.5 complete innings of play, the Creekside Crocodiles have 2 runs, 3 hits, and 1 error, while the 3V Barons have 0 runs, 1 hit, and 0 errors here in this one. Let's take a look at today's starting lineups. First, we'll go over the defensive alignment for the Creekside Crocodiles, brought to you by Madur Bonner Law, your community firm with a personal connection and individualized service. Hecker out in left field, Salma out in center field, Sloan in right field, Caroots over at third base, Tarquino at shortstop, Haggerty at second, Carver at first, Tice behind the plate, and today's starting pitcher, Guy Young, who has pitched 2 scoreless innings here so far today. On the other side of things for the 3V Barons, Ben Miller bats first, batting second to Tommy Caroli, batting third, Josh Reed. Over at the cleanup spot, Jake Robinson, batting fifth, Callan Durbin, the extra hitter, batting sixth, Nick Pirano, the designated hitter. Luke Anderton will bat seventh, Troy Bachman will bat eighth, batting ninth, Josh Wolf, who recorded the final out of the second inning. Parker Lyons will kick things off for us here in the bottom half of the third, and A.J. Verdi bats 11th. He's behind the plate, but for now it's Parker Lyons who will kick things off here in the bottom half of the third. First pitch swung on and missed. Fastball thrown by Guy Young, who's making his first start of the season here for the Creekside Crocodiles. 0-1 pitch swung on and missed again by Lyons. 0-2 count. Lions batting 176 on the season. He has nobody on, nobody out. 2-0 Creekside lead. High breaking ball runs above the letters of Lions. Count goes 1-2. Here's the 1-2, swung on and missed, strike 3. Second strikeout on the day for Guy Young. Gets Parker Lyons down hacking for the first out of the inning. A.J. Verdi, right-hander, will step in now for the Barons. Batting 167 on the season. First pitch runs outside for a ball, 1-0. Verdi, a freshman at Penn West University for Cal U. He foul tips this one back into the chest of Tice. Foul tip, count 1-1. One pitch, breaking ball. They're calling a strike. 1-2 the count now to Verdi. Here's the 1-2. Fastball off the plate. Make it 2-2. Time called by Verdi. Sitting at a 2-2 count with 1 out here in the third. 2-2 fouled out of play down the first base side. We'll do it again. From the belt, it's 2-2. Young is set. He winds and fires. Swung on and missed by Verdi. Back-to-back strikeouts for Guy Young, his third on the day. Puts two Barons down quickly here in the third. Nobody on and 2 outs for the top of the lineup card for the Barons and Ben Miller. First pitch called a strike to Miller. Miller is 0 for 1 today. He flew out to Selma out in center field in his first at-bat. 0-1 pitch fastball right off the plate for a ball. Count goes even 1-1.
Guess now might be a good time for me to step on the call, huh?
Yeah, everything seems to be in order. Glad to have you.
Knock on wood, if we add any.
I don't have wood around me. I have concrete. Oh, wait, I guess your chair's made out of wood.
Oh, yeah. So is yours.
Oh, sweet.
And we have a wooden chair right in front of us.
So we can knock on 3 chairs of wood.
Well, that one's a little out of our reach, but it's the thought that counts.
2-1 count to Miller. He drives this one.
That one's just going to get out of play.
So it'll be a 2-2 count. Thank you, Garrett. I have a very big obstructed view when it comes down to seeing the old left side of the field. Can't really see left field or even third base for that matter.
Yeah, I certainly have a bit of a tough time as well, but, if I stand up, I could just barely see the left fielder looking at the ball instead of chasing it. So
I guess if the ball gets hit out into left field, you might have to take over play-by-play. But for now, it's a 2-2 count for Ben Miller. 2-0 Creekside Crocodiles in front in the first meeting of the season between both of these teams. 2-2 pitch high and outside. Count runs full. Miller batting .269 on the season as we are almost at about the halfway point. He drives this one into the hole into left field. A 2-out knock for Ben Miller. Puts a base runner on for the Barons.
Yeah, really solid hitting there from Ben Miller, getting the count full and then driving it through that hole on the left side of the infield. And now a potential 2-out rally here for the Barons.
And Tommy Caroli's going to come up with a runner on first and 2 outs with a 2-0 ball game.
Could use a Toshiba RBI right about now.
First pitch breaking ball called a strike to Caroli. 0-1.
You look at the temperature and it doesn't seem that hot, but man, I'm sweating with this humidity.
I am too. Current temperature right now, it has dropped 4 degrees since first pitch. First degree temperature at 5:58 was 86 degrees under perfectly sunny skies. It's still perfectly sunny, but it has since dropped a couple degrees. It did rain here earlier today, earlier in the afternoon. That had to help, obviously, drop down the temperature a couple degrees, but
I will say I was leaving work earlier and it rained a little beforehand, and you could see all the steam off the asphalt.
here's the 1-2 count to Caroli. He fouls this one just by the Creekside dugout. Gets out of play. We'll go again with a 1-2 count. Here's the 1-2 to Caroli. Outside and off the plate. Count evens out 2-2. Young comes set. He winds and fires. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Fastball right by Caroli. All 3 outs of the inning via the strikeout. Young's up to 4 strikeouts now on the day. 1 man left on base here in the bottom half of the third. We played 3 complete from Westminster College. Creekside Crocodiles in front over the 3B Barons 2-0 on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my Axe driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of their locations in Zeno-Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Back here for the top half of the fourth inning, Cody Carver, Logan Boyd, and Evan Tice all due up here for the Creekside Crocodiles. We'll go over the starting lineups for the Creekside Crocodiles here in a moment, along with the defensive alignment. First pitch called a strike to Carver, 0-1 the count. Swung on, I missed, strike two, down in the count now. It's Carver, 0-2. Here's the 0-2. This one popped up and fouled down the third base side. We'll do it again from the belt, 0-2. Garrett, I'm kind of surprised how much it's cooled off since first pitch. It doesn't feel like it's as humid now. There's a breeze a little bit.
You know, it feels like all this summer has been so far is either pouring rain or like ridiculous heat. And unfortunately today we kind of have the worst of both worlds.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I believe it rained here around 2 to 3 o'clock. It did half hour east over in Butler. It absolutely poured for about an hour, and then, you know, it's been perfectly sunny skies from there, but really turned out to be a nice evening here from Westminster College. Here's the 0-2 driven out towards left field. Anderton runs over for it, and that will drop, foul. I stuck with it that time. I got a little hole that I can see third base and left field.
I was ready to step in.
To the count to Cody Carver. He calls time. 0-2 the count. Nobody on, nobody out.
I will say it's a very beautiful facilities here at Westminster.
It is. This one popped up into left field, but foul again.
You know, with Lawrence County SportsNet, I've done games at Wilmington High School. Obviously, we're pretty much as far north in Lawrence County as you could get here, but hadn't been to Westminster College. There's some pretty beautiful facilities here.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. High breaking ball above the letters of Carver, 1-2.
You know, I could be wrong, but if I remember what Dotson said to me, these could be the only games that Lawrence County SportsNet has done at Westminster. So far, at least. Who knows what the future has to hold.
Future always holds the unknown. This one fouled off the front foot of Carver. But yeah, Westminster College, this was the first college I looked at. It was my junior year of high school. I looked at their sports announcing program here, really great program here, but I looked at 10 other different schools at that, and I ended up choosing Waynesburg University, and I'm studying sports media with a focus in announcing there, but I love it down there, but I'm not docking on Westminster College, but they have a great program here too.
Even though you're PAC rivals.
Even though we're President's Athletic Conference rivals, but
well, are you rivals?
I always like to think of
or
us
are
as
you
rivals.
just like conference opponents? Because technically every conference opponent is a rival to an extent, but like there's like bitter rivalries. Like I go to Slippery Rock. IUP is like the top hatred, but then like obviously you don't really like other schools, but.
Here's the 2-2 pitch down low. Count runs full now to Carver.
Freeman kind of slipped off the mound there. But so who would you say is what Waynesburg's like what PAC school does Waynesburg just like despise?
So if you ask any student, they'd say Washington and Jefferson College, but I don't look at it as a rivalry. It's definitely a hated rivalry. This one swung on and missed, and Carver's waving out a foul tip. Let's see what the call is. And he is called out. He did not get a foul tip on it. Strike 3 is the call. That's his third strikeout on the day for Zyler. Friedman gets the first out of the inning.
I don't want to interrupt your PAC talk here, but I did notice that Carver's helmet was a Washington Jefferson helmet, as you were talking about.
Yeah, so Washington Jefferson is what any student would say as the biggest rival. It always gets very heated and everything. But Washington and Jefferson College beats Waynesburg athletics in about every sport you can imagine because of how talented that college is. So the way I look at it, though, I think that our biggest rival competitive-wise, and it gets really chippy and bitter, would be Bethany College.
Really?
Yeah, the games are always really good there. Whether it's at Bethany or at Waynesburg. Strike 3 called and 3 pitches to Logan Boyd. Back-to-back strikeouts here for Zyler Friedman. And with that to Bell, 4 strikeouts on the day.
As it stands, and I said this last year, but it was more true then, but for a moment there, the President's Athletic Conference was the only true Pac-12 in college athletics.
Yeah, first pitch swung on and missed by Evan Tice. Yeah, that's true. Now we are the Pac-13, and now after next school year, after the 2025-26 school year, it'll be the Pac-14, I guess.
With St. Francis.
Yeah, St. Francis is coming in for the 2026-27 school year, but none of their athletic teams will be able to make it to a championship till 2029. I believe.
And, that's still a shocking development there.
And then Hiram College is the new college coming in the fall.
As a Slippery Rock diehard and a PSAC fan, there's a school that is rumored to be joining tomorrow, but I don't want to spread any rumors here, so I'm just going to bite my tongue there, but maybe something to look out for.
I guess you can mention it on tomorrow's broadcast at Pullman Park when the 3B Barons take on the Kiski Valley Vikings at 7 p.m.
If this comes to fruition. I've heard rumors about it for months. I heard about it again today. That's happening tomorrow. We shall see. But, not necessarily like huge news either.
2-2 pitch to try, swung on and missed. Strike 3. Back-to-back-to-back strikeouts for Zyler Freeman, and 1-2-3 go down the Crocodiles. They still lead it 2-0 over the Barons. From Westminster College, you're watching collegiate level Summer League baseball on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
No two companies create the same way. Toshiba empowers the art of business by uniquely enabling businesses to work with tools designed specifically for them. In a constantly evolving world, business communication must be agile, efficient, and fast. Toshiba is the company that helps you manage it all, from paper to digital to screen and back again. Toshiba, empowering the art of business.
Your hip, your knee.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builders has been building our community for 70 years.
Back here for the bottom half of the fourth. Creekside Crocodiles up in front 2-0 over the 3B Barons here today. Lawrence County SportsNet powered by Elkcap. Myself, Tyler Aaron, alongside me, Garrett Dolan, bringing you today's call in the second game that the Barons have played at Westminster College. Well, technically second day, third game. Last games here was a doubleheader a couple weeks ago against the Pittsburgh Redbirds, where both of the teams split the doubleheader. Josh Reed, the left-hander, steps in. He is 1 for 1 today. First pitch down low into the turf for a ball. 1-0 the count to Reed. It's one fouled off. Count evens out 1-1. Young winds and fires the 1-1, driven down the first base side, but foul. 1-2 the count. One and two, nobody on, nobody out for Josh Reed, bottom half of the fourth in today's 9-inning game. 1-2 driven into left field, and that will be caught by Heckert. A diving catch out and left. He pulls it in for the first out of the inning, and what a catch by Heckert, running in for it and just getting enough in there on the ball to make the diving catch.
Yeah, you know, unfortunately we don't have any t-shirts on us, but if we did, that might be a nominee for the Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game.
Now the lefty Jake Robinson steps in. First pitch called a strike. Oh and 1 the count to Robinson. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball runs inside. Count evens out 1-1. Jake Robinson recently transferred.
Very happy about that.
Yeah, transferring from Kent State to Slippery Rock. Another Baron on its way to Slippery Rock.
Now, would you consider that a promotion or a demotion? For baseball, that's debatable. For football, it'd be a definite promotion. But for baseball, maybe a lateral move, maybe a little less. I don't know, but you know they have Zach Hare from Riverside.
1-2 pitch swung on and missed, and the back throw drills Robinson in the back of the head as Tice went to throw it down the third baseline to do the around the horn. Seems to be okay, but it is strike 3 to Robinson. And for Guy Young, that is strikeout number 5 on the day.
That's like something you see in video clips, like on TikTok and whatnot, but it's weird to see it actually, happen.
That's definitely a first for me. His first pitch goes in for a strike to Callan Durbin.
Watching the replay, yeah, he just walks right in front of it.
Don't typically see it too often, but that's a route to get back to the Barons dugout down the third base side.
Wish we had the replay system working.
Yeah, it just drills him right in the back of the helmet. 0-2 pitch, rung him up in 3 pitches. Back-to-back strikeouts by Guy Young. And for that, 1, 2, 3 go down the Barons here in the 4th. We've played 4 complete from Westminster College. Creekside Crocodiles still in front, 2-0 over the Barons on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Right now, someone very special needs your help. This is Jack Lynn, CEO of City Rescue Mission. No one is beyond God's love and care. One person's life can affect another. Though you may never meet this person, you can make a difference in his or her life. Hurting men and women in our community desperately need food, shelter, and physical and spiritual care. Some are struggling with abuse and addiction. They feel alone, unloved, and forgotten. Individual, caring people provide their hope. You can help change the lives of men, women, and children. Visit cityrescuemission.org and help us today.
We played 4 complete. Creekside still in front, 2-0. First pitch, breaking ball called for a strike to Alex Solima. Let's take a look at today's defensive alignment for the 3B Barons. Brought to you by Madur Bonner Law. As this one driven out towards left field. Anderton waiting over for it, and he will make the catch. An F7 for the first out of the inning. Now we can take a look at our defensive alignment. Luke Anderton out left field, just made the catch. Ben Miller in center. Mike Gunn, now Troy Bachman in right. Mike Gunn quickly out of the lineup right before the game. Parker Lyons at third. Jake Robinson at shortstop. Tommy Caroli at second. Josh Reed at first. A.J. Verdi behind the plate. And today's starting pitcher, Zyler Friedman, who is only given up the 2 runs early on here in the first inning, but for Friedman coming into today, 11 in the 3rd innings pitched, 7 hits, 6 runs given up, 2 of them were earned, a 1.24 ERA, 13 strikeouts, and 3 walks for Friedman. Count is 0-2 to Boyd Karutz as he drives this one into right field and in there for a base hit, just bouncing in front of Bachman. He will bring it back in by throwing it to Caroli at second, but it is a 1-out base hit for Boyd Karutz. Billy Sloan steps in. He is 1 for 1 today. 1 for 1. Fouls off. Pitch 1 of the at-bat.
Out of curiosity, if we didn't have the Barons game on Saturday, what would you be doing? Would you have anything planned?
This one driven out towards left field. Anderton wanes over for it. He makes the catch out in the left for the second out of the inning. Both outs via Luke Anderton out in left field. And another great play by Anderton out there. A little bit of a track over for it to get Sloan out for the second out. To answer your question, Garrett, I would go to a golf course.
A golf course?
Yeah.
Is there a specific one you have in mind? Because I do.
Yeah, I have something specific.
Maybe Castle Hills Golf Course in Newcastle?
Yeah.
For the Chassis Open. Unfortunately, we will be doing the games, which you can tune in live here. But, you know, what sounds like a better day than going to the golf course, going to the Chassis Open, which all proceeds go to the new Chassis Scholarship Fund for Lawrence County students going into broadcasting, communications, or officiating, and watching the Barons on Lawrence County SportsNet at the same time.
0-1 pitch that gets away from Verdi on the pass ball, and into second base is Boyd Carruntz.
But, you know, unfortunately, we won't be there. Games are at 2 and 4. Tee time for that is at 2 o'clock. Again, Saturday, June 28th. 4-person scramble benefiting the Chassis Scholarship Fund. They're still looking for 3 more teams for this Saturday. And, you know, in case a golf outing with the Lawrence County SportsNet crew isn't enticing enough for you, pulled pork on the dinner menu to further entice you.
Yeah, as Limon always likes to say, it's a dead animal on a plate. Here's the 1-2. Called strike 3. Blew the fastball right by Matthew Glasspool for the third out of the inning. 4 strikeout for Friedman in the last 2 innings. He gives up that 1 base hit to Boyd Carruntz, but gets out of it, only giving up the 1 hit and the runner on base. Creekside Crocodiles still lead at 2-0 on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
Back here for the bottom half of the 5th. Creekside still in front 2-0 over the 3B Barons. With that, we're going to pull up our graphic here of the NABA Collegiate League standings, overall league. The Allegheny Athletics now jump into first place with a 6-1 record. The Pittsburgh Redbirds in second, a 6-2 record. 3B Barons now with an 8-4-1 record. Hey, it's that time. We'll get to it here in a few moments. Cumming Motors in 4th, 6-3-3 record. Trafford Crazy Train have a 2-4-1 record. And in 6th place, the Butler Iron Bucks, a 3-4 record for the back-to-back defending champions. Creekside Crocodiles, 0-5 actually right now. And then the Kiski Valley Vikings, 0-7. So Creekside looking for their first win here today while they're up right now 2-0. And with all that, Garrett, before we get started with the bottom half of this inning, let's talk about the events out in Cleveland, Ohio yesterday between the B2 Bulls and the 3B Barons.
Yeah, I mean, truth be told, I don't have the box score up with me right now, but Barons were trailing 9-1 heading into, I believe, the 5th inning. They come all the way back. Ball game ends in a tie, 9-9. But, you know, head coach Eric Francis was, really proud of the guts and the just fight in his team to come all the way back. I mean, 8 runs For a football game, that might not be impressive of a comeback, touchdown, 2-point conversion. Baseball's a little bit different, especially, when the bats have been, relatively quiet for the entirety of the season, hoping that, much like the weather, they heat up here.
First pitch runs inside to Nick Parado, but yeah, as you mentioned, the B2 Bulls scored 7 runs in that third inning alone. And then how did the Barons respond down by 8? They score 4 in the 6th and 4 in the 7th as Parado lasers this one into center field. But right there is Salima for the first out of the inning. Yeah, Joey Fazone, 2 in that game. 3 for 5. He's been hot so right now, not in the lineup today, but 3 for 5 at the plate. Had a home run in that game. The 3rd home run of the season for the Barons. In a 9-9 tie, but those two teams will match up again on July 8th. They'll be back in Cleveland to end the season series between the Bulls and the Barons. 1-0 pitch just off the plate to Luke Anderton, make it a 2-0 count.
We were talking earlier about how hot out it is, with the humidity and whatnot. This pitch Parado's fouled away. Want to know how the 3B Barons cool off or stay hydrated?
How do they?
Easy. Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company. They are the premier source of bottled water in western Pennsylvania and eastern Ohio. Give them a call at 724-614-6468 for a personalized quote and let them take care of your bottled water needs with the excellence you deserve. I'm sure Nick Parado loves, Luke Anderton loves Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company.
(3-1) pitch to Anderton, called a strike. Count will run full to Anderton. Anderton's 0 for 1 today. He struck out looking back in the 2nd inning. Barons have only had 3 base runners. Now I spoke it into existence, make it 4. As perfect timing, I guess, on the announcer jinx, right on cue. As Anderton's walked, and a runner aboard here for the Barons for Troy Bachman.
Well, I mean, we want to play the announcer jinx game. Troy Bachman still yet to record a home run on the season. Just saying, right now would be a pretty good time. Not exactly there.
First pitch, grounded foul as it reaches the backstop.
I'm sure that's a swing that Lee Moan would be proud of on the golf course, but wrong type of green.
Yeah, dimensions of this field, 330 down the first and third base side. Center field, 400, exactly 1 foot longer than what it is at PNC Park. Bachman shows bunt, goes down to the backstop, 0-2. Guess he can't bunt now.
I'm sure he could.
He could if he wanted to. Now, an interesting line right now is Barons have yet to record a stolen base in this game so far.
Are you implying that Anderton might be on the move here?
Maybe. We'll see. It's an 0-2 count to Bachman. Young looks at the runner. He winds and fires. The 0-2 swung on and missed by Bachman for the 2nd out of the inning. Two outs now here for the Barons. As another thing, Garrett, that we might have to watch here closely, although it shouldn't be too much of a factor now that it's really close to the first days of summer, is there are no lights here at all. So I guess if it gets too dark, the game's over, whether we finish the game or not.
Well, with how hot it's been, I'm sure that the flames will provide us enough light to see the field.
It's an 0-1 count to Wolf. Make it 1-1. That one rides into the Pebbles. Yeah, an all-turf baseball field here at Westminster. You don't typically see an all-turf field across the President's Athletic Conference, but I guess you stop here at Westminster College, you'll see it. 1-1 pitch, outside, 2-1.
But, you see the reason why they get an all-turf field is so that they could host events much like the 3B Barons. I'm sure that's the main reason why they put this turf field in here.
Very nice turf, though. It says Titans out in foul territory. This one popped up to the giant Westminster W in center. Salma is there and will make the catch for the third out of the inning. Barron Strand, one runner here in the sixth off of a walk to Luke Anderton. We've played 5 complete. We'll jump to the top half of the sixth inning now. Creekside in front 2-0 on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Laurel's Tori Atkins as the May Red Zone Female Athlete of the Month for winning her unprecedented 4th consecutive WPIL title in the 400-meter and 200-meter dash, winning 2 other district gold medals, and bringing home state gold in the 400 meters. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Newcastle's Kayvon Gardner as the May Red Zone Athlete of the Month, after getting gold in the 200-meter and silver in the 100-meter dash. Congratulations to Newcastle's Kayvon Gardner and Laurel's Tori Atkins, the May Red Zone Athletes of the Month. Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at medorebonerlaw.com for more information.
Welcome back to Westminster College here in New Wilmington, Pennsylvania. New pitcher for the Barons, Zach McLean. And that's our Red Zone call to the bullpen. Make sure you stop by the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all of your county sporting apparel needs. Sporting goods, custom apparel, embroidery, and more. Voted best of the best in Lawrence County.
First pitch, breaking ball runs inside to Sam Heckert. Zach McLean supposed to start in the Barons' last game. It would have been game 2 of this past Sunday's doubleheader against the Butler Iron Bucks. A 2.25 ERA for McLean in 9 1/3 innings pitch. This one's a soft roller to third. That one will stay fair, it looks like, as Lyons lets it go. And it rolls and stays fair. So the leadoff man aboard here for the Creekside Crocs.
Yeah, not much Lyons can do there. Kind of a swinging bunt. It gets to a point where you just have to kind of watch it and hope it rolls foul. But unfortunately for Parker Lyons and Zach McLean, that one stayed fair.
So with that, the lineup card flips over now to Maddox Tarquino. Shortstop, batting 0 for 2. He shows bunt. He drops it back. So that one runs low and away for a ball. 1-0 the count. Top of the 6th inning. 2-0 Creekside in front. Throw back to first, not in time with the pickoff attempt. We should get a sponsor for pickoff attempts because it happens so often.
That's a great opportunity for anyone listening.
Showing bunt again and quickly pulling it away. It's called a strike, 1-1.
Oh, no, it's called a ball, actually. 2-0.
The scoreboard had it as a 1-1 count. It is 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch.
That's
that one's called for a strike. Guess doesn't matter anyway, it's a 2-1 count.
It's not very often you see a called strike on a bunt attempt that gets pulled back. Line's coming way in.
Here goes the runner. The ball's outside. Throw to second. Heckert is in there with his first stolen base on the season. And now into scoring position for Creekside. And now a 3-1 count to boot for Tarquino.
We'll also get a trip to the mound here. A UPMC trip to the mound. UPMC is Lawrence and Mercer County's local choice for advanced orthopedic care to get you back on your feet faster. Visit upmc.com to find a doctor near you.
So McLean faces a 3-1 count to Maddox Tarquino. He's got Sam Heckert on second and in scoring position with nobody out. A 2-0 lead here for the Crocodiles. McLean is set. He winds and fires the 3-1. Swung on and missed. Count runs full.
It's a really nice pitch there from McLean to just kind of fire it in there. Not afraid, very confident on the mound. Makes it a payoff count here.
Zachary McLean goes to Seton Hill University from Monaca, PA. Just finished his freshman year. Here's the full count pitch just outside. It'll be ball 4. Now 2 runners on for the Crocs. Definitely not what you want to see early on in relief for Zachary McLean.
I mean, not probably worse on the stat sheet than it really is. You know, had that little like soft swinging bunt, and then a couple close calls there.
Well, bunt shown here, Haggerty gets it down just the exact opposite way of where it's supposed to go, and it will go to the backstop.
I mean, if we're being fair here, the exact opposite way would probably be popped up to, you know, the netting, but...
True, but then also it's got to go forward, not backward.
I'm sure he'd rather a bunt go backwards than him pop it up, you know, right to the pitcher.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Showing bunt again, quickly pulling back. That one rides into the eye level of Haggerty.
You see him try to do it there. Zach McLean, you know, try to get him to pop it up.
Yeah, he's throwing the high fastballs. You see, usually, you know, what they'll teach pitchers to do is if a hitter's showing bunt, the goal is to kind of throw it right at him, so they either have to put the bat on the ball or they got to duck and cover, I guess.
That's a phenomenal pitch there from Zach McLean.
Yeah, right there at the knees. 1-2 count. 2 runners on, nobody out here in the 6th.
Could be wrong. Is Zach McLean the only blonde player on the team?
Maybe.
I can't think of another.
Here's the 1-2 called strike 3 to Evan Haggerty. First strikeout on the day for Zachary McLean. And now the 7th strikeout combined between Freeman and McLean, 1 away here in the 6th.
I mean, that was a phenomenal at-bat from Zach McLean after the first 2 get on to, you know, fight back and get him via the punch out there.
Now comes up the deadly threat in Caleb Jones. First pitch called a strike, 0-1. Jones leads the team when it comes to batting average, a .625 batting average. Has a home run, 4 RBIs, a double, and a stolen base. So far, he was hit by a pitch in the first, came the whole way around to score the Crocodiles' first run, and then grounded out to Josh Reed on an unassisted groundout. 0-1 pitch outside.
Just missed there for Zach McLean.
Make it 1-1. Heckert on second, Tarquino at first. One out. Here's the 1-1. Soft grounder foul. 1-2. One and two the count to Caleb Jones. Lane is set. He kicks, fires from ground down the third baseline and off the glove of Lyons. Here comes Heckert. He will score from second and extend the Creekside Crocodiles lead to now 3-0. A Toshiba RBI single for Caleb Jones, his 5th RBI of the season.
Yeah, not exactly the Toshiba RBI that you're looking for, but counts all the same.
The base hit makes this a 3-0 game as Tarquino stays on second. Jones now on first for Cody Carver. First pitch to Carver, breaking ball right there, called a strike. Carver 0 for 1 in 2 plate appearances. He walked in his first at bat and struck out in the 4th. Here's the 0-1. This one grounded over towards second. Crowley comes over for it. They're on to first. They get Carver out at first, but both runners advance one base. Now runners on third and second with 2 outs now for Logan Boyd. Two ducks on the pond now for Creekside. And for Logan Boyd, who's 0 for 1 in 2 plate appearances. Let's see what he can do. First pitch breaking ball called for a strike. This is the first inning of relief for Zachary McLean, coming in after 5 complete innings pitched by Friedman. Struck out 6 batters, gave up 2 runs, had 2 walks. McLean has a 2.25 ERA on the season and is up in the count 0-2. Here's the 0-2 to Boyd. Runs high. 1-2.
Not a bad little waste pitch there from McLean, trying to get him to chase up high. No harm, no foul.
You always got to work your way around the strike zone. You never really want to throw one necessarily right down the middle.
Never.
Especially in softball, they teach pitchers to not throw down the middle around the corners. 1-2 fouled off. We'll come back with a 1-2 count.
I will say one thing I don't love about this Westminster facility is all the trees directly behind us in foul territory. I'm sure that's just a haven for baseballs that will never be seen again.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one, a high grounder right to Reed at first. He will take it to the back himself. Step on the bag there for the 3rd out of the inning. The 2nd unassisted ground out to first base that Reed has made today. But for now, Zach McLean gets out of the jam, only giving up the 1 run. Creekside brings 1 across the board off of 2 hits and 2 left on base. We'll jump down to the bottom half of the frame. Creekside in front 3-0 on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Congratulations to our May LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor all of Lawrence County softball as our Lawrence County Team of the Month. Mohawk, Neshannock, and Union won a softball trifecta of WPIL championships on the same day. Elwood City, Laurel, Shenango, and Wilmington each won playoff games, and Newcastle set program and WPIL records on the softball diamond this year. Congratulations to all of our county softball athletes representing as our May
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Back here at Wilmington, or New Wilmington, PA, just north of Newcastle. This one popped up into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Lyons rounds first, but he'll stay right there. A leadoff hit for Parker Lyons.
Yeah, it was a long run there for Sloan out in right field. It just bounced right in front. It was very similar to another base hit that got in front of Bachman earlier in the game out in right field, but you take what you can get. If you're the Barons, you get that leadoff base runner on for A.J. Verdi.
Yeah, that's kind of the embodiment of baseball. It doesn't have to be pretty, because a hit like that counts all the same as a one that gets hit, say, like 120 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Just have to make it work.
Yeah, you always got to make it work and take what you can get, and you don't look back, I guess.
I mean, Parker Lyons' Westminster product is pretty familiar with this facility in this college, so yeah, I'm sure he knew that was getting down more than anyone.
0-1 pitch to Verdi. That runs down low. Right at the ankle level of Verdi. 1-1 count.
Westminster, has the most players on the Barons out of any college.
This one in there into right field. Back-to-back base hits for the Barons. 2 runners aboard with nobody out for Ben Miller in the Barons' top of the order.
Going back to that, Westminster, a college here that many of the guys are familiar with, as we are going to get an Axe courtesy runner. Ethan Mannion comes in for A.J. Verdi, so catcher switch there. Axe here to get you there. Lawrence County's door-to-door transportation service is open to the public. Axe takes people to work, play, and anywhere else they want to go. Call 724-652-5588 for more info.
First pitch of the at-bat to Ben Miller, called for a strike. And Tyler Peterson's second inning of relief. He makes his first appearance on the mound of the season for the Crocs.
I was just talking about how there's a lot of guys from Westminster who play for the Barons. Ben Miller doesn't go to Westminster, goes to Walsh, but he played at Wilmington High School, so he's from New Wilmington. So a lot of familiarity here.
He puts the bunt down as that one just gets by. Count goes quickly, 0-2 to Miller.
The other Westminster players, Tyler Staub, Nick Parado, Nick Magnifico. Parado going back, currently in the transfer portal. Tyson Djokovic, who had a phenomenal complete game performance on Saturday.
0-2 pitch to Miller, swung on and miss for strike 3, and for Tyler Peterson gets that all-important first down of the inning with still runners on first and second for the Barons.
Going back to the Westminster thing, also Josh Reed, Braden Ziegler, and the aforementioned Parker Lyons.
Tommy Caroli steps in now. One away. First pitch down low for a ball. Here's the 1-0 pitch by Peterson. This one driven right to short. Goes right by the glove of Tarquino and into left field. Everyone advances one base, and now fully loaded of Barons. Now for Josh Reed.
I think that goes down as a hit or an error.
It's got to be a base hit because it took a very wacky hop.
Yeah. Not an easy play, but...
It's definitely not an easy play. It is rolled a single there by Tommy Caroli. 2 singles on the day. He's 2 for 3. And now Josh Reed, who's 1 for 2 today. He has 3 RBIs on the season. First pitch. Called a strike right there on the lower outside corner.
Yeah, that was a tough call there for Josh Reed.
Infield not playing in. They don't really necessarily have to with 1 out. You just got to turn 2 if the ball's hitting the infield.
Third baseman pretty much on the grass, but aside from that.
0-1 pitch runs inside to Reed. Count evens out 1-1.
Well, first pitch Reed thought was a ball. Second pitch, Crocodiles thought was a strike, so now we're even. Both literally and figuratively.
Here's the 1-1. Reed reads that one, and that one's called a strike as he thought that one was a ball. He read it as a ball.
Feels like the outer part of the plate really getting favored here.
Yeah, and both strikes to the at-bat at that, too. So it's a 1-2 count for Reed.
Looks like they're setting up outside again.
Time is called. You got Lyons on third, Mannion on second, Caroli on first for the Barons. A 3-0 Creekside lead. They're searching for win number 1 on the season. Swung on and missed by Reed. He goes down hacking for the second out of the inning.
Brings up Jake Robinson. You know, Barons desperately need to find the grass here.
See what the new kid from Slippery Rock, or newly Slippery Rock acquisition. First pitch goes down for a ball.
Not too far from here.
1-0 pitch. Runs inside, 2-0.
You know, I don't understand why they're trying to pitch inside to Robinson here. You know, it feels like, you know, with them getting more of the outer part of the plate, you would attack that more.
This one driven into left field. That's in there for a base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes Mannion, who will hold up on third as Hecker gets it in very quickly, but 1 run comes across the score. It's a Toshiba RBI for Jake Robinson, his 3rd RBI on the season.
Yeah, that was a really nice piece of hitting there from J-Rob, finding the left field grass, and good job by Coach Francis holding Mannion there at third base.
First pitch called a strike to Callan Durbin, who's 0 for 2 today, and the game-tying run on second base. This one driven over to first. Carver has it. He will take it. Sliding is Durbin. He is out. 1 run comes across the score for the Barons. 3 men left on base off of 4 hits. We've played 6 complete. We'll jump to the top half of the 7th with Creekside in front 3-1 on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Building Block Baseball is a local organization dedicated to and actively involved in teaching and development of local baseball talent. 3B provides weekly baseball seminars from January through May to enhance local baseball knowledge for players, coaches, and parents. Building Block Baseball is available for one-on-one development programs, team instructions, and group sections. 3B also provides Lawrence County with their own collegiate summer baseball team. The 3B Barons showcase top collegiate baseball talents of the area. Visit buildingblocksbaseball.com for more information and for the free downloadable documents and videos. Whether you're just learning the game, playing in college, or coaching a team, 3B can get you the building blocks of baseball today.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Axe can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
Zachary McLean back out there for the Barons. His second inning in relief of Zyler Friedman. Evan Tice, Alex Salima, and Boyd Karutz all due up to bat here in the top half of the 7th for the Creekside Crocs. Definitely cooled off since the 86 degrees first pitch temperature, down to 82 here in New Wilmington, Pennsylvania. First pitch breaking ball called a strike. Count 0-1. Here's the 0-1 fastball. Whoa, that one hit the bat twice. You know, you only ever see that in Wolf Ball, or at least that's the only time I've ever seen it, is Tice found it off, and then as the bat was going back, it hit the bat and ricocheted the whole way down the first base side in front of the Creekside dugout. It's an 0-2 count, though, to Evan Tice. He checked his swung. It doesn't matter anyway. Strike 3 called. Strikeout number 2 on the day for Zachary McLean for the first out of the 7th.
You know, I was thinking, you know, obviously there's already a strike in the count, so it wouldn't matter, but in that situation, if it was like a new count with no strikes, could you call that 2 foul balls in 1?
I don't know, because the first one was already foul, so it's technically already a dead ball, and you hit it again, which still is foul. I guess it's still, the ball's technically dead anyway, I guess?
I mean, obviously, it's you know, only accounted for once, but like, I'm sure Zach McLean would very much prefer that if it counts for 2.
0-1 pitch. This one grounded to short. Robinson has it on the one hopper. Throw on to first in time for the second out of the inning.
Could be a huge to get a 1-2-3 inning here for Zach McLean.
Can you imagine if you got 3 strikes on one pitch? Like the guy or the batter fouls it off twice like we saw there by Tice, but he makes contact with the end of his bat the third time, or even on the second time it like pops it up and like Verdi catches it or something. That'd be impressive. This one, a 2-hopper to second. Caroli has it. They're on to first in time for the third out of the inning. 6 pitches thrown in the inning by Zach McLean. A very, very quick top half of the 7th. Stretch my legs and get my peanuts and Cracker Jacks out for the 7th inning stretch. Creekside in front 3-0 on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my Axe driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madure and David Verratti want to provide you with a level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenopleopole or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Back here for the bottom half of the 7th inning. First pitch by Prado, lying down the third base side, but foul.
Nick Prado, one of the only players on this team that are kind of a two-way player, both pitching and hitting. Not today for the pitching side, but
0-1 pitch, a late swing there by Prado as he barely gets a piece of it, and foul.
one of 3 players on the Barons with a home run, so could we call Nick Prado somewhat of the Barons Shohei Ohtani?
I don't know. Let's make it a trivia question. Which 3V Barons players have hit a home run this season? There's 3.
Would you like me to name them?
Strike 3 call to Prado for the first out of the inning. Well, I guess you mentioned one of them already in Prado, but I know you know the other 2. But if you were guessing at home of what the 3 players were, Garrett, go ahead and give the answer.
Did I say? No, I did not. I was thinking Ben Miller. I was thinking about talking about him at Wilmington. I thought maybe I mentioned he had a home run. I did not. But then a player that I know for a fact I did mention earlier, Joey Fazone, last night at Perry High School in Perry, Ohio, against the B2 Bulls. Out of league opponent game there, but
yeah, there's only 4 out-of-league games for the Barons, all 4 against the B2 Bulls. They're part of the Western Reserve Collegiate League. It's a league in Ohio that's all Ohio teams. And I guess they're one of 2 Ohio-based teams that the Barons play, and the other one is right here, Creekside, from Youngstown, Ohio. Play their home games at Pemberton Park. Two-1 the count here to Luke Anderton. This one fouled off. 2-2 now. Beautiful evening for baseball as some cloud coverage has rolled in. I'm not complaining. It's all shade now, no sunshine. 2-2 pitch runs high above the Barons lettering across the chest of Anderton's jersey. Full count.
Not sweating nearly as much as we were about even an hour ago, probably.
Here's the full count pitch. This one hits the plate. Anderton will get a walk, and he swiftly jogs down the first base side. Probably thinking to go 2, as that's technically a live ball when it gets by the catcher.
You know, unfortunately, this is not a slow pitch softball. Otherwise, that would have been a strike.
Yeah,
hitting the plate. Although I guess technically you also have to arch it so that he's slow pitch at that point. But you get what I'm trying to say.
Runner on first now for Troy Bachman. First pitch called a strike.
If he threw that probably approximately 60 miles per hour slower, which you would have to have an arc on it at that point, then it would have been a strike. But also we wouldn't be at a baseball field for softball, so this whole hypothetical is thrown out the window.
Yes, it is. This one grounder to third, throw on to second. They get the force at second, throw on to first, not in time. It is a 5-4 ground out to get Anderton out second as Karutz gets it over to Hegarty, but Hegarty can't get it over to first to Carver to get Bachman out.
The big bat and Josh Wolf, you know, with his whole stance and, you know, just demeanor there in the box, I'm surprised he hasn't hit a home run this season.
Well, first pitch, nowhere near the strike zone. That one rised well high. Almost looked like a softball riser. 1-0 the count.
I guess hard to hit a home run when the ball is barely able to be caught by the catcher.
Oh, it is 330 down the first baseline into right field, so See if Wolf can poke one that direction. He swings right through that one. 1-1 the count.
There's a couple sheds out in right field I think could use some renovations.
You talking like a dent on there from a baseball? Or
I'm
what
not
are you
saying anything. I'm just implying.
1-1 pitch, swung on and missed again by Wolf. Back-to-back strikes, 1-2 the count.
Or maybe those trees could use some furnishing.
1-2 pitch. Just got a piece of it. It is foul as Bachman was breaking for second. Has to go back to first. Count remains 1-2. Peaceful evening here in New Wilmington. Here's the 1-2. Bachman breaks for second. It is dropped by Tice. And into second is Bachman. A stolen base for Troy Bachman as he's into scoring position. His first stolen base of the season. Just off the plate. Count runs full now to Wolf.
That was a really nice steal there from Bachman. But you know what else is a steal? 2 12-cut cheese pizzas for just $25 from June through August at Pizza Joe's. Place your order today at 724-658-6063 or online at Pizza Joe's.
Full count pitch swung on and missed by Wolf. Strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning for Tyler Peterson. Gets out of the jam with a runner in scoring position. One man left on base here in the bottom half of the 7th. We'll jump off to the top half of the 8th with the Creekside Crocodiles leading the Barons 3-1.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measel will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
It's Billy Sloan, Matthew Glasspool, and Sam Heckert all due up here in the the top half of the 8th inning. First pitch foul tipped. Will go down as a strike. 0-1 the count to Sloan. Sloan 1 for 2 today. Singled back in the 2nd. Popped up in the 5th. As Verdi has to adjust the equipment as the baseball went right back into him with the foul tip. Oh, 1 pitch. Fastball called a strike. 0-2 now to Sloan. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball runs down low. 1-2 the count. One ball, 2 strikes to Sloan. Nobody out. Here's the 1-2. Just off the plate. Ball 2. Evened up down 2 apiece. Two swung on and missed. Gets the whole way by Verdi. He doesn't know where it is. As in there standing at first is Sloan. And the strikeout is erased. I believe that goes down as an error to Verdi. Correct me if I'm wrong, Garrett.
I would correct you, but truth be told, I never was a catcher, so I'm not too aware myself. I mean, I guess it depends on the situation.
First pitch called a strike to Matthew Glasspool. 0-1 the count. (3-1). Creekside in front. Shows bunt, and this one drifts foul. As Glasspool got the bunt down, just foul. 0-2 now the count. Here's the 0-2 to Glasspool. Found out of play. We'll run it back again. 0-2 the count. Glasspool 1 for 2. He fouls this one by Verdi. Verdi's a little bit shaken up after that one. Count remains 0-2 to Glasspool. Sloan over on first. Outside, 1-2 now the count to Glasspool. Glasspool batting a 125 on the season. Here's Sam Heckert on deck. Lane looks back at the runner. Fires the 1-2. Swung grounded out of Robinson. Flip on to second. There's one. Throw on to first. Double play. 6-4-3. 2 outs now here in the top half of the 8th.
You know, Tyler, I don't believe that we have a double play sponsor, but if there was one, then right now would be a great time.
Nobody on the base pads now for Creekside. 2 outs here in the top half of the 8th. First pitch runs low, below the knees of Sam Heckert.
You know, we'll make something up on the fly, Tyler. That double play was beautiful, much like Lawrence County. Visit lawrencecounty.com, escape to scenic Lawrence County, Pennsylvania, and experience the perfect mix of small town warmth and big city adventure.
1-0 pitch just outside. It goes 2-0, and McLean did not like that pitch. Here's the 2-0, popped up and out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Heckert. Two balls, 1 strike is the count. McLean winds and fires to the 2-1. Grounded foul down the first base side. Two the count. 2-2 driven out towards center. Miller running back for it. Catches it towards right center field for the 3rd out of the inning. Barons make that 6-4-3 double play and then retire Heckert with the pop out to end the 8th inning. Score remains Creekside 3, Lawrence County 1. After 7.5 complete innings, you have been watching collegiate level Summer League baseball on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve. Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Laurel's Tori Atkins as the May Red Zone Female Athlete of the Month for winning her unprecedented 4th consecutive WPIL title in the 400-meter and 200-meter dash, winning 2 other district gold medals, and bringing home state gold in the 400 meters. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Newcastle's Kayvon Gardner as the May Red Zone Athlete of the Month, after getting gold in the 200-meter and silver in the 100-meter dash. Congratulations to Newcastle's Kayvon Gardner and Laurel's Tori Atkins, the May Red Zone Athletes of the Month. Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Welcome back to Westminster College here in New Wilmington. It's another Red Zone call to the bullpen. Make sure you stop by the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all of your county sporting apparel needs. Sporting goods, custom apparel, embroidery, and more. Voted best of the best in Lawrence County.
Yeah, Billy Skirpak comes into the game, the first right-handed pitcher the Barons will face here, as both Guy Young and Tyler Peterson were both lefties. As due up, Parker Lyons, AJ Verdi, and top of the order, and Ben Miller all due up here in the bottom half of the 8th. Here's the first pitch of the bottom half of the 8th. Upstairs the Lions for a ball, 1-0.
Barons really need to make something happen here. Trailing 3-1. They trailed by a lot more last night at this time, so definitely possible. We need to get the bats warmed up.
Count 1-1 now to the Lions. Here's the 1-1. This one gets away from Tice. 2-1 the count.
It's a shame there wasn't a runner on there.
Yeah, nobody on the base pads, nobody out. Lions so far today is 1 for 2. One runs outside. Count now 3-1. Three-one pitch fouled off by Lions. Count runs full. Barons have 6 outs to work with. They need 2 runs to tie. 3 runs to potentially win if they get that this inning.
Well, like I mentioned, they did 4 times that last night. So, definitely doable.
Here's the full count pitch. Down low, ball for a leadoff walk to Parker Lyons. Now brings up A.J. Verdi. He's 1 for 2 so far.
Yeah, that ball close, but ultimately just a hair outside. This is what the Barons need. Tying run comes up to bat.
1 ball, 1 runner on first. 1 for 2 today. For Verdi, he singled back in the 6th, struck out back in the 3rd. Verdi shows bunt, throw back the first, not in time, as Lyons gets back there safely on 1 step. Verdi shows bunt again, he pulls it back, called a strike. One chopped foul, 0-2 the count. It's an 0-2 count to Verdi. Lions on first. Runner breaks for second. That's outside. Throw to second. That's into center field. Lions will stay at second. But it's a stolen base for Parker Lyons, his 2nd on the season. One driven into right field, in there for a base hit. Here comes Lyons. He's rounding 3rd. He will score standing. And now it's a 1-1 game. It's 3-2. Creekside in the lead still. But for A.J. Verdi, it's a Toshiba RBI. A Toshiba RBI single by A.J. Verdi brings home Parker Lyons to make this a 1-run game. And our Axe courtesy runner will be Ethan Mannion. First pitch outside to a ball is a ball to Ben Miller.
Could be a huge inning here for the Barons.
One and 0 count to the top of the order, and Ben Miller. Here's the 1-0. Outside. 2 balls, no strikes. This one popped up. This one will get out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Ben Miller. Here's the 2-1. Upstairs, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike now to Miller.
You know what? I'm not even going to say anything. We're just going to let it happen.
Here's this one right to second. Haggerty has it throwing to second and on to first. He is out. A double play. 4-6-3 double play, and now nobody on the base pads for the Barons and 2 outs. Much like the Barons in the top half of the 8th, they go with another double play. Just instead of going from short to second, it goes second to short. 4-6-3 double play. Now nobody on the bases for Tommy Caroli. Breaking ball outside for a ball. 1-0. That one hits the pebbles. 2 balls, 0 strikes. Here's the 2-0. Down low, 3 balls, 0 strikes now to Caroli. He's reached first in 2 of his 3 at-bats. 2 for 3. He has a pair of singles. 1 in the first, 1 in the 6th. Here's the 3-0 that hits Caroli. As that one rides inside. It's ball 4. Would have been ball 4 anyway, but instead of a BB, it's a hit by pitch. And now a runner aboard for Josh Reed, looking to tie this game for the Barons. And it's Creekside 3, Barons 2. Here's the first pitch to Reed. High heater for a ball. This one fouled out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike now. One and 1 the count to Josh Reed. Here's the 1-1. High grounder. Throw on to first from Carver to Skirpak. Has Reed out in time. A 3-1 ground out to end the 8th inning. Barons score run. Here in the bottom half of the 8th, they still trail by 1. It's 3-2 Creekside on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my ex driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom, sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
Back here for the top half of inning number 9 from Westminster College. Creekside Crocodiles in front over the Barons 3-2. New pitcher for the 3B Barons. It's a red zone call to the bullpen. Madden Bame will step on here in relief after 3 complete innings pitched by Zachary McLean. Gave up 2 hits, a run that was earned, a walk, and 3 strikeouts in his outing. And as for Madden Bame, he has a 1.17 ERA on the season. One, 2 is the count to Maddox Tarquino. One, 2 outside, evens up the count 2-2. 2-2 runs up high. Count runs full now to Tarquino. Tarquino, 0 for 2 in 3 plate appearances. He came in today batting perfect. He strikes out swinging on the full count pitch. First strikeout on the day for Madden Bame and the first out of the inning. First pitch swung on and missed by Evan Haggerty. Haggerty 0 for 3 today. Top of the order really struggling here for Creekside. Breaking ball swung on and fouled to the backstop. 0-2 now is the count to Haggerty. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Madden Bame. 2 away now here in the 9th. And now Caleb Jones steps in. First pitch breaking ball just off the plate for a ball. Jones is 1 for 2 in 3 plate appearances. Came in today batting .625. He pulls this one foul to the opposite field down the third base side. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch into the pebbles. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two 1 pitch calling a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Jones. Here's the 2-2. Inside ball 3. Count runs full. Three balls, 2 strikes to Caleb Jones. Nobody on, 2 outs. Outside and low, ball 4. A 2-out walk given up by Madden Bame. And now a man aboard here for Creekside for the cleanup hitter and Cody Carver. Pickoff attempt back at first. Not there. Carver 0 for 2 and 3 at-bats. First pitch swung on and missed by Carver for a strike. 0-1 the count. Oh, and 1 pitch. Breaking ball called a strike. 0-2 now the count to Carver. Here's the 0-2. This one into right field and in there for a base hit. Bounces right in front of Bachman. Runners on first and second. First hit on the day for Cody Carver. 2 runners on now here for Creekside. Now Logan Boyd steps in. 2 runners on and 2 outs to Madden Bame. First pitch to Boyd in to the Pebbles for a ball. 1-0 the count. Bame set, winds and fires. Fastball just a bit too high. 2 balls, 0 strikes. Boyd has yet to record a hit on the young season for Creekside. 2-0 pitch inside. 3 ball Boyd. 1 ball away to load up the bases for Creekside. Here's the 3-0. High at the eye level of Logan Boyd. Walks him and loads the bases full of Crocs. Now Evan Tice comes up. He is 1 for 3 today. Singled back in the first. Struck out in each of his last 2 at-bats. 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 7th. First pitch breaking ball called a strike. 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1. This one popped up to Reed. Reed will catch it on the little short fly into foul territory for the 3rd out of the inning. The Creekside Crocs strand 3 on base. Only record 1 hit in the inning. They still lead it 3-2 over the Barons. We're coming back for the bottom half of the 9th on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
No 2 companies create the same way. Toshiba empowers the art of business by uniquely enabling businesses to work with tools designed specifically for them. In a constantly evolving world, business communication must be agile, efficient, and fast. Toshiba is the company that helps you manage it all, from paper to digital to screen and back again. Toshiba, empowering the art of business.
Gem Building Contractors and Developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, Gem Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
Bottom half of the ninth inning we go. Creekside in front over the Barons 3-2. 3 outs to go here for the Barons. As all due up in the inning, Jake Robinson, Callan Durbin, and Nick Parado. All due. 3 out stands in the way for Creekside in their first win of the season. As Robinson steps in, left-hander, batting 1 for 3. First pitch called a strike. Sun quickly setting here to the west of us. Down the first base side. That 1-1 pitch. This one driven into left field and in there for a base hit. Robinson turns on the Jets. He's breaking in for second, and he is sliding in there into second. A leadoff double for Jake Robinson, and a runner already into scoring position here for the Barons. Robinson's first double of the season. Hits this one into the gap in left center in between Salma and Heckert. Now Callan Durbin comes in with a duck on the pond and nobody out. First pitch upstairs for a ball. 1 ball, 0 strikes. Here's the 1-0 to Durbin. Outside. 2 balls, 0 strikes. Durbin is 0 for 3 today. Came in today batting .391. Has a pair of RBIs. That being 2. Here's the 2-0. Upstairs again. 3 balls, 0 strikes. 3-0. With Robinson on second. Durbin represents the winning run for the Barons. Here's the 3-0 pitch. This one gets away from Tice. It's ball 4. Robinson will advance to third on the pass ball. It's now runners on the corners here for the Barons. Runners on the corners. Durbin represents the winning run on first. Robinson represents the tying run on third. For Nick Parado, who has a home run on the season, has 3 RBIs. He grounds this one to short. 1 hopper throw to the plate. Diving slide. He is tagged out. Tarquino at short gets it the 1 hopper and throws home to get Robinson, who came in diving home to record the first out of the inning. We'll have a UPMC trip to the mound now. And looks like that's going to be it for Billy Skirpak, and a new pitcher will come in for Creekside. We'll take a step aside for now. 2 runners on for the Barons, 1 on first, 1 on second, 1 out here in the bottom half of the ninth. 3.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
Back here for the bottom half of the ninth, it's a red zone call to the bullpen. Dominic Elia, the left-hander, comes in relief after 1 in a third innings pitch by Billy Skirpak. Gave up 2 hits, a run that was earned, and 2 walks. Barons 2 outs away from defeat, but have 2 runners on. First pitch called a strike to Anderton. Durbin represents the runner on second. Parado on first. Here's the 0-1. That one gets away. Both runners will advance at base. Now both in scoring position, and all what the Barons need is a base hit, and that could do it.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if they don't just walk Anderton here with first base open.
A passed ball advances both base runners in Parado and Durbin. Now Durbin, the tying run, only 90 feet away, and winning run in Parado on second. Pitch to Anderton. This one's popped up and foul. Count goes 1-2. A base hit could be the difference in what the Barons need to bring home their second walk-off win of the season. Here's the 1-2. This one bounced right before hitting the plate, but great job by Tice to stop it. It's a 2-2 count.
Good job by Tice to stop it, and good job by the fellow catcher, Callan Durbin, on third base to read it correctly and not try to advance home there.
Jason Malley has hit the only walk-off single in a 3-2 win over the Crazy Train. Now count runs full to Anderton.
Yeah, I mentioned it when the count was 1-1, but I'd be surprised if they don't just put Anderton on first here.
It's a full count now to Anderton. Troy Bachman on deck. Here's the full count pitch. Ball 4. Loads the bases for Troy Bachman.
Yeah, and, you know, that's the smart move for the Crocodiles. First base open, 1 out. Now you set up a double play, and, you know, ultimately that runner on first really doesn't matter here since the winning run's already on second.
Troy Bachman up with that winning run on second. First pitch outside for no strikes.
You asked head coach Eric Francis if there was a player he's been pleasantly surprised about so far in the season. He said Troy Bachman. So hope he can be pleasantly surprised with this outcome of this at-bat.
5 RBIs came in today with a .385 batting average. He pulls this one foul down the first baseline.
You got the bases full of Seneca Valley guys. Callan Durbin on third, Parado on second, Anderton on first.
You gotta like that one.
I like it a lot more if they come across the plate.
1-1 the count to Bachman. Here's the 1-1. This one's popped up and will get out of play, foul. Count 1-2. Bachman is 0 for 2 in 3 plate appearances. He walked back in the second inning. He reached on a fielder's choice in the 7th, and he struck out swinging in the 5th. So he's been on base twice. Here's the 1-2. Inside, that one gets away from Tice. Here comes the runner home. And Durbin will score. We have a tie ball game here from Westminster College.
I accidentally hit the Toshiba RBI overlay. I was so excited.
It's a habit, but it's a good habit
you know what?
to have.
Let's just call a spade, a Toshiba run. Forget the second part of that, the batted in part. But more importantly, Troy Bachman now winning run 90 feet away.
Count is 2-2. Bachman drives this one down the third baseline, and it's fair. Troy Bachman walks it off for the Barons. A Toshiba RBI. And the Barons win this one 4-3. Troy Bachman gets his first hit of the game. And it's the biggest hit of the game as the Barons plate 2 across and win this one 4-3. And the Creekside Crocodiles still looking for win number 1 of the season. Barons victorious here tonight from Westminster College with the 4-3 win in the second walk-off victory of the season for the Barons. Troy Bachman, have yourself a day here at Westminster College. The Barons win this one 4-3. And with that, we'll take a short break, come back with the Tri-County Principals postgame show brought to you by Creative Edge with the scoring recap. We will be back right after these few short commercials.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never see their full menu. Or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
Back here from Westminster College, a 4-3 3B Barons walk-off win, their second of the season. Gets it done here today. And with the Barons, they'll improve to a 9-4-1 record on the season. It's time for our scoring recap, brought to you by Creative Edge. Kick it off in the top half of the first inning. 2 runs come across the score for Creekside, thanks to 3 walks and a 2-run RBI single by Evan Tice to bring home Caleb Jones and Cody Carver to make it a 2-0 game. And then in the top half of the 6th, Creekside extends it to a 3-0 game, thanks to a RBI single by Caleb Jones to score Sam Heckert around from third, make it a 3-0 game. Then the bottom half of the 6th, A.J. Verdi and Parker Lyons each record a base hit, but it is Tommy Caroli with a base hit to bring in Parker Lyons to make it a 3-1 ball game. And then in the bottom half of the 8th inning, Parker Lyons led off the inning. He walked. Verdi got a base hit. And then Caroli got hit by a pitch, but Lyons came around to score to make it a 3-2 ball game. And then bottom half of the 9th inning, Creekside 2 outs away from closing out this game and getting their first win on the season. Gives up a leadoff base hit to Robinson and then a walk to Durbin. Pass ball in the at-bat to Parado. Both runners advance, and Parado hits one out to short, but it's Maddox Tarquino throwing it home to get to tag Robinson out at the plate. And then another pass ball advances both runners, and Parado to second to third as Durbin came across to score off of the pass ball to make it a tie game 3-3, and Parado representing the winning run 90 feet away on third base. And it was the one and only Troy Bachman to blast one out of the infield for Parado to score and get the second walk-off single on the season for the Barons. Today's winning pitcher, Madden Bame, goes to a 1-0 record. Billy Skirpak gets the loss and has an 0-1 record now on a game that lasted 2 hours and 39 minutes here on this hot evening that turned out to be pretty peaceful in this. But for the Barons, what a game it has been for the Barons, all part of our Tri-County Principals postgame show. For the Crocodiles, they'll return home from their road trip. They will take on the Butler Iron Bucks on Saturday. The doubleheader will begin at noon. Then for the 3V Barons, they'll travel to Pullman Park tomorrow for the 4th time this season. They will take on the Kiski Valley Vikings for the 2nd time this season. First pitch of the game will be at 7 p.m. Final line score before we end. Creekside 3 runs, 7 hits, 0 errors, 9 men left on base. For the Barons, 4 runs, 10 hits, 0 errors, 12 men left on base. Special thanks to all of our sponsors here today for the 3B Barons: Newcastle Belco Federal Credit Union, Body Structure Fitness, Preston Auto Group, Luis Pomerico Law, Lawrence County Community Action Partnership, aka LCAP, Roger M. and William DeCarbo Funeral Home, Turvo Masonry, Capable Kids, BWP Bats, Angelo A. Papa Attorneys at Law, Payton Group LLC, Ed Urain, Visit Lawrence County, United Independent Living Solutions, Pizza Joe's, Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company, Turco's Pizza, Frank's Card World, Renee Dean from Howard Hanna, and Castle Mold and Toll Company. Final score from Westminster College. It's the 3B Barons 4, Creekside Crocodiles 3. Here in this one, we'll be back at it tomorrow on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP tomorrow for Kiski Valley versus the Barons. Again, that first pitch will be at 7 p.m. But for myself, Tyler Aaron, alongside my broadcast partner and producer, Garrett Dolan, that'll do it all for us here today at Westminster College. Have a great rest of your night, everybody.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.